So, spend the morning with us. We are off to the Forge Mill farm. We're going to take the kids to see the animals, see what it's about, and just have a look at everything that they have to offer. So, first of all, get in the car, cheeky selfie, and then we'll stop off at the shop. The wife needs a Red Bull, standard procedure. Then we've got 5 minutes setting the buggy up and the pushchair, get Harlow in, get Hallie in, and then this is the entrance to Forge Mill. We've got a nice car park. Car park's really cheap, it's like 80p for an hour, something like that, or 2 hours. Then you go through the entrance and you've got the main buildings on the left, just past this one, and then you've got a little park as soon as you go in where you can sit down. You've got toilets, washrooms, baby changing facilities, and then that's like a little shop and where you pay to go in. So we had a quick look in the shop, see what they had. They got drinks, snacks, and then they got nice little items. Obviously, time of the year, it's Halloween, so they've got the pumpkin picking there, but they've got all little Halloween kind of items for sale as well. Cheeky flapjacks. So over there in the distance, you'll see that at the end of the video, we go over that way. There's pumpkins that you can pick, and there's like little bits where you can have photos. And we started here and we went to see the animals. They had all different sheep, as you'll see in a minute. Now, Harlow absolutely loves any type of animal. So we thought the farm would be wicked for him. We thought he'd love it. But as you can see by his face, he screamed every time an animal come close to the gates. Every time one of them started looking in his direction, he started whinging. At one point, I ended up taking him out the pushchair and holding him. And he wasn't too bad then. In a minute, the wife gets bit, and she also gets bit on the sleeve of the jumper, which I managed to get on the video. One of them tries pulling her in. I did try and help him, but she managed to break away. So that one had a little nibble. Also, I forgot to mention, when you first get there in the shop, they ask you if you want these little bags of food for free, so you can feed the animal. So you can have a couple of bags. And this one has a nibble on the wife, has a little taste. Tries pulling her in. He wasn't letting go, weren't giving up. The wife, I think, enjoyed it more than the kids, to be honest. Obviously, Hallie's only a baby, so she can't really see nothing, but yeah, off we go into the next bit. Is the animals with the big fuck off horns. Now, that one was getting brave. He was trying to climb out. That one was giving it large, sniffing out the wife. This one looked like our French bulldog. It had buck teeth. This is where I got Harlow out, stopping from whinging. He was intrigued. He wanted to see him. He just didn't want to get too close to him because then he started to panic. But he liked watching the wife feed him. That was good enough for him. This place is only like 15 minutes for us, so it weren't too far, to be fair. But I would recommend it. Anyone who's got little kids, take them out for the day, or anyone who just wants to go and get some pumpkins. There's also this place here, we went in there after. There's like it's not a wacky, but there's like a big play area in there with slides and different things for the kids to climb up. But it's that kind of thing. Couple of pigs on the way to the next bit of the pumpkin farm. This bit did get a little bit dirty, so just be mindful if you do go what footwear you put on, especially as we go into this field here with the pumpkins. Not ideal with a pushchair as you go into the pumpkin bit, but to be fair, we went in the first bit and then we just left our pushchairs. They were safe, so we just left them at the entrance and took them out. Here he is, sat with all the pumpkins. As you can see, the ground gets all bumpy and that. And the weather hasn't been the best, so it's a little bit like slodgy in places. Had to obviously get a photo near this one because it's got a ghost for me and a little pumpkin face for Harlow, so obviously we had to get a photo there. There's the wife and Hallie. Harlow just decided to sit down. Couldn't be bothered to walk anymore. So then I climbed up the hay bales just to get everything in shot. Harlow's having a great time. We was lucky with the weather. It didn't rain while we was there, which is a good thing. And then off we go. We go and see the horse and the donkey. Harlow absolutely adores horses. He loves them. But that one didn't come over. It stayed where it was. And that is pretty much it for as far as the animals go. There's a few more as we walk round. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but all of a sudden, Eliza Thornberry come out of the wife and she decided to have a conversation with this animal first before feeding it. And this one was coming to have a look what was going on. And then, in a minute, we see the animals where it looks like sheep that have swallowed Viagra and got it stuck in the throat because they've got some big ass, long ass necks. And then that's pretty much it on that little bit on the way round. And we went into the bit earlier. That's the bit that I thought was a bit like a wacky. And then outside there's this little barn for the kids to play in, or should I say the wife to play in. She jumped the first couple and then hesitated because she realised she probably wouldn't make it. Weighing up her options, knowing full well she would have landed on her ass if she'd have tried to jump for it. So yeah, she gave them little legs a little kick and a wobble and then decided to climb down. Then I let Flash out of The Incredibles out. He thought it was a nice little subcourse and off he ran in his little snowsuit. He thought this bit was great. I don't really know what's going on with his legs, why he's running like that. He doesn't normally do that, but he was loving it, so why not? Then the wife got him up on top of the bales and started walking him across. Now, I don't really know what was going on with Hallie's snowsuit, but it looks like her shoulders have grew out the side of her head. So yeah, that needed pulling down a little bit. That's the smallest snowsuit that we could find for her, and obviously, as you can see, it's still a little bit big, but it kept her warm, so that was the main thing. And then Flash is running back and forth, doing his laps of the barn. But I would highly recommend going here. Dead cheap to go. Kids under 2 are for free. How much was the adults?
£5.50.
£5.50 an adult.
So it cost us £11.
And then this is the bit at the entrance that I says you'd see at the end of the video, where you can have some you can take your own photos. They've got a few backdrops set up, and you can pick some pumpkins from here. So picking them from the top bit and ending up carrying them all around. So in we go. There's a couple of the backdrops. Harlow's more bothered about his gingerbread man. And then that was it. So shout out everyone watching the video. Please hit the subscribe and the alert button.